Chet Holmgren just made some shocking comments regarding the 2024 offseason and how they ended up bringing Isaiah Hartenstein, and the fact that Sam Presti called Chet and told him, look, we're talking with the guy. Don't know if we're going to sign him. Don't know if he wants to come and play for us even. But I want you to know we're talking to him. And this could oftentimes drive a player away from the franchise, especially Chet Holmgren, who was the cornerstone center, the only center pretty much. If you want to count J. Will as a center, I see him more as a 4 in my opinion. But you can count him as a center. Chet and J. Will right there, bringing another center right there to potentially take away your minutes, who was also playing like a top 10 center in the league last season. Like, that can drive someone away from the franchise, but instead, somehow, he turned a positive spin on it, and the comments themselves are quite shocking with what he said. Like, I truly can't believe he would come out here and tell the media exactly what was going on. So we're going to break down what Chet Holmgren said about the whole Isaiah Hartenstein situation, Sam Presti calling him, and just them kind of working together and what they've been doing on the season, as both of them have been impressive. But the double big lineup was off to a rough start, and lately it looks like it's picking up some steam. So I'll give you my opinions on the double big lineup as well. Before we get into all of that, though, this is the last chance pretty much for you to join the March Madness bracket for the channel. We've partnered with the Hot Takes app and other digest channels for this event. It's completely free to sign up. Just download the Hot Takes app, click the March Madness banner at the top, and under groups, select the Digest Media Pool. This is really exciting as there's over $25,000 in prizes to be won. Since it's a smaller pool of people, it's a real chance to win big compared to other challenges out there. Check out the link below or scan the QR code right there and use code DIGEST in all caps to get some exclusive perks out there. Like I mentioned, code DIGEST in all caps right there, and join the Digest Media channel pool when you do the March Madness bracket on the Hot Takes app. Also, let me know what your username is for the Hot Takes app for the March Madness bracket there, so I know who you are, so I can keep along with you guys and see what your brackets look like, as I'm interested to see who you guys have winning it all and the upsets that you have happening in March Madness. And like I said, real chance to win big since a smaller group of people. Highly suggest you guys join. It's completely free to sign up as well. Also, as always, around 57.7% of you guys that are coming back and watch these videos are not yet subscribed to the channel. You're coming back on a regular basis. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to support the channel and to stay up to date on all your daily Oklahoma City Thunder news, as I think we're going to be back to daily stuff here, as my schedule is freeing up now here in the later months. I say later months, winter's ending, spring's coming along, going to be a lot more free for you guys. Now, that took a while. Let's go ahead, get into what we're going to be talking about here in today's video. All right, I just want to go ahead and start with this. Just this quick little tidbit right here. Clemente Almanza tweeted out Chet Holmgren when they added Isaiah Hartenstein. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but Sam called me and said they were having a free agency meeting with him. He said he didn't know if we were going to get him or not, anything like that, whether a trade or signing. I have completely faith in the front office and coaching staff. That's interesting that he mentioned the coaching staff as well right there. Like Chet, and it's not just him, almost every single player, and I hope it's every single player as well that plays for the Thunder organization, has faith in Presti and Hennigan to get the right stuff done, and complete faith in the coaching staff and medical staff as well. That's very rare to come across in the NBA. Majority of times you see, players get a little frustrated with coaches, who they're playing, how they're playing them as well, along with the front office, if they make certain trades, if they don't make certain trades. This can anger, players. It can also anger fans. We're kind of seeing that in Dallas right now. Lakers fans dealt with that a little bit, as, the Lakers front office past 3 years relatively never traded for everyone, or for anyone to help out LeBron in that group there. Now they got Luka Doncic. So you see that a lot, all right? And it angers not only the fan base, but the players themselves as well, maybe even coaching staff sometimes. So the fact that the staff and the players have complete faith in the front office and everyone else do their job so that they can just go out there and play basketball and try to win a championship, because they know they're putting the best, chance to succeed and win a championship here. It says a lot, all right? It's not the only thing either as well. Right here, all right, Sportcasting NBA. This is a little stat that I saw. The Thunder have now played 327 possessions with Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein on the floor. Their offensive rating is 127.2. They have a plus 12.9 net rating. Wednesday's win over Boston showed all the ways they can leverage this size and skill together offensively. And this is an interesting offensive pairing that you can put together with Chet and Hartenstein. We've seen moments where they're running pick and rolls together, all right? Chet has the ball, gets a screen by Hartenstein. He's driving in, roll, If they double up on Chet, he can just lob it up to Hartenstein there. If they drop back waiting for the lob, Chet has a good enough shot and driving ability. He can go in and get easy 2 points. It's pretty much an automatic 2 points right there. It was just a struggle to get it off the ground. And I still don't know if you want them starting. If you have Hartenstein come in at like the 7th minute mark and play the rest of the quarter with Chet, all right, Chet, pair him up for 5 minutes. Chet comes off, gets about 5 minutes of rest, and then Hartenstein comes off for a little bit and then finish off the quarter with him with 5 minutes left there in the second part of the closing lineup as well, as it's a really deadly lineup. Or if you do start them a little bit there, it's just going to be really interesting to see how they play together. Offensively, they've looked great. Defensively is where it could be a little bit better there, however, all right. But here's something else right here. As a duo, all right, playing together right here, Chet has 55 buckets, 93 rebounds. Hartenstein has 56 buckets, 94 rebounds. That is the pure definition of balance right there. They really have played great together. All right, like I mentioned, just took a little bit to get it off the ground, okay? And all good things are going to have a rough start. That's just how it's going to go, all right? It's not going to be perfect at the very beginning. And I don't know, like, I want to have faith in the double big lineup. There just are times we see it not work out where small ball might be a little bit better and have Hartenstein come off the bench. He does play extremely well with that bench group. All right, I will say that. I feel like Aaron Wiggins, Alex Caruso, and Isaiah Joe are better players when they're on the court with Hartenstein compared to when he's off. I feel like he's really unlocked their potential. That's why I like him with that bench group more than anyone else. All right, it's just he unlocks their potential, and that could be the difference maker come playoff time. Now, Derek Parker also had something interesting to say about this as well. The connection between Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein continues to grow. Has been worth it for OKC to work through early growing pains with those two. The double big lineup is becoming a weapon, and it is. Everyone's kind of talking about it. The double big lineup, all right? It's starting to work out together. Saw it with Boston, saw it with Detroit, okay? Not going to see it in the game against the Sixers here as Chet's resting. Also have some opinions on that as well that we'll probably talk in a video here later on today, the time I'm recording this. But just going back to the double big lineup situation right here, I know I see people in the comment section all the time talking about saying, like, you're an idiot for not wanting to, start both of them. And it's just personal preference for me. All right, small ball works. I want to make sure that we have a 7-footer out there at all times as well. And like I mentioned, I just think the bench unit, all right, they play better when Hartenstein's on the court because of his playmaking ability, and it allows them to play with a true center out there as well to give them screens and open them up. Isaiah Joe off the screens by Isaiah Hartenstein and his passing ability is one of the best shooters I have ever seen. Alex Caruso as well, that pairing right there. Back cuts with Hartenstein on the ball at the top of the key. He finds him extremely well. Aaron Wiggins also using those screens to get downhill quick. He plays very well with Hartenstein. Just all these guys, they play well with Hartenstein out in the court. That's why I like him coming off the bench with them. But if you want to start him, okay, he's just going to need to learn to go a little bit longer, and you'll have to get used to Chet coming out sooner potentially so they can get that bench unit in and maximize their ability with Hartenstein out there. That's why I rather have him coming off the bench than start, just because of how much better he makes that bench unit compared to other starters. And then the stats also say a lot as well, okay? Chet Holmgren this year, he missed a lot of games as well. He's just now getting back into the groove of things, averaging 15 points a game, 8.5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2.5 blocks a game, and almost a steal game right there. Under 2 turnovers, which is impressive for a center who's also handling the ball. 2.1 fouls, 50% from the field. You'll obviously take that from him. And 36% from three-point land. 7-1, he's still super young, shooting 33% of corner threes. All of his threes are assisted, and I do see some assisted threes from Hartenstein as well. And 34% of his shots are three-pointers. Now going to Hartenstein, we talked about him a little bit yesterday, so just a little refresher. He's our true, hey, he's going to get the rebounds here. We've seen this all season. He is very good at grabbing boards, but he's also a great passing center. As you can see, he's averaging 4 assists a game right there, and he's still a good defender, averaging a block a game and almost a steal game right there. Extremely efficient from the field, 58%. That helps when you have guys like Dub, Caruso, Chet, and Shai throwing him lobs off of pick and roll situations and cuts, averaging 11 points per game because of that. He is doing great. His defensive box plus minus is 2.4. He has a 4.1.7. All right. He's doing fantastic, and he's still relatively young. He's about to enter his prime right here. So it's just great that we got all these guys at the perfect situation. They're starting to mesh together. We're very close to the playoffs here. Maybe the double big lineup works for it. And I feel like there are some teams it would work against. Teams that I don't like it against are teams like the Lakers, who are smaller. Let's play to that advantage and always have a 7-footer out there at all times going against guys like Jackson Hayes. We would dominate that, okay? just put out a true defensive unit lineup out there. Have Hartenstein coming off the bench for Chet Holmgren. That way we always have a size advantage. Stuff like that works. It just comes down to matchups. It comes down to, okay, you know, like just it truly, like that's all it is. It comes down to which teams we're playing. There are teams where I feel like the double big lineup is going to work very well against, and there are teams where I feel like, okay, let's go small ball here. That way we for sure have the size advantage at all times instead of having them both off the court. Okay, it's like that's why. And I feel like there's just more teams out there where not having the double big lineup works better, especially in the Western Conference. But that's my 2 cents on it. And I get why, you know, a lot of people want the double big lineup out there. That's all I got for this video. As I mentioned, pretty much your last chance to join the March Madness bracket here on the Hot Takes app. Like I said, completely free to sign up. I mean the world to me if you guys did that over there, just so we can compete and everything. And then also, all right, let me know your personal opinions on the double big lineup. I know we have one guy always coming back here. All right, this was not targeted at you by any means, okay? You know, this is just my whole 2 cents on the double big lineup. I do like it. It works for some scenarios, but there are going to be some teams where going small ball is going to work a little bit better. That's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next one.